All right, that'll conclude our first section of the podcast. Going into our second section, our second pump of the podcast, we'll be talking about video games and different things in the video game world or games we've played this week, so on and so forth. So the topic I want to bring up today is E3. For those of you who do not know what E3 is, it is the Electronic Entertainment Expo. It's where different video game companies um, go and showcase their games that are coming out this year or that have been out and they're adding DLC or they're just now getting their world premiere is getting released, their trailer. So with that being said, what are some of the games you guys saw at E3 that that got you hyped up? Which ones that did you see that you kind of felt sucked, or just what games did you see in general that kind of caught your eye or seemed a little bit entertaining?
I'm gonna tell you
Um,
right the gate, the
Go
game that
for
I
it.
thought looked horrible, or it didn't look bad. It's just I know I'm not picking this game up, or even thinking about it or anything, and I'm offended that I seen this game, that they're making a part two to it. I'm offended by it low key, and that's the Division.
You're upset
Because
about
I
it?
Wow,
thought the
that's right,
first,
they
I
are.
thought the first one was horrible, and I
Okay.
seen that, and I was offended.
Like
Like it
horribly
was like somebody
made
spit,
or
like I just didn't like the way it played.
oh,
I just didn't
okay.
like it. I was offended, y'all, like somebody spit in my cornflakes and then slapped me
Damn.
with like with dog dookie in their hand or something. Dude, I was offended by this game,
Shit.
bruh. It hurt my feelings that they did this to me. I want to tell you guys, dude, but it hurt
That
my
bad,
feelings. Dude, it hurt my
Wow.
feelings. It was disrespectful.
Shit,
Man,
I I can't say I feel the same way, but you know, it,
I mean,
the
I
first
mean, to
one,
each of their
no,
own. I get
yeah,
it,
each their
but
own,
it
but
just,
no, seriously, the first one to me didn't have that much replay value. Like I beat the game and I did a little bit of the extra stuff. Like Vinny played with me. We ran some in the dark zone or whatever it was called, and then we just like stopped
uh,
playing it. Like its replay value to me wasn't very high. I guess it could be if you had a bunch of friends playing it, but it's not one of those games you can just sit and grind yourself unless you're just one of those type of players.
right.
right.
Um, like with you said that one sucked. Any other type of games you thought sucked? Like personally, me and I'm probably gonna get shit for this because I usually do. Uh, I think Battlefield 5 is gonna be trash. Personally, I don't think. I really don't think they innovate very much. They're gonna be making their own battle royale just like every other fucking game company is nowadays because of Fortnite, H1Z1, PUBG. Everybody's trying to be like them. Call of Duty's making their own um, battle royale.
See, and
I'll talk
I
about Call
hate,
of
I
Duty in a
hate,
little bit, but go
I
ahead.
hate when games try to do things that other games do. Like I was never a heavy Call of Duty fan. I never played. I
Mhm.
guess I played it heavy, but I wasn't like a real big fan of it. So I played it. I only played Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. I played very little MW3, Modern Warfare 3, a little bit.
Okay.
But my thing about like Black Ops 3, I think it was when they started putting those jetpacks and futuristic stuff in it. I was cool, dude, because I didn't like Halo because it was too futuristic and weird like that.
Okay.
All right.
And Call of Duty,
Speaking
and
of
Call of
that,
Duty was cool. Call
That's
of
a
Duty
new
oh
was
game
sorry,
cool
coming
my
out.
because
bad.
it was the complete opposite of that I felt. And so
Okay.
whenever they started doing that, I was like, man, I'm kind of good. So I don't plan on picking up a Call of Duty game like ever again in life. So there's
I,
that. I guess,
this is the
yeah.
last one I'll be getting, unless it proves me wrong. If they continue on their bullshit of just making a game to make it and cash in on the name instead of the
Yep.
quality of the
They're
game,
trying to get by on the name. That's exactly what
yeah,
they're trying to do.
then Activision and Call of Duty in general can kiss my ass. Um, the only reason I'm even giving it a shot this year because I believe World War II, the game made by Sledgehammer, was the worst Call of Duty that's been made yet. Um, the only reason I'm giving it a shot though is because Treyarch's making this one. Treyarch hasn't let me
Uh-huh.
down. They have not let me down once, so I'm hoping they don't do it now because I was kind of hoping that this game's pretty good because I've kind of missed playing Call of Duty. Uh, Out of all of us here, well, besides Vinny played it first. He's the one that introduced me to Call of Duty. But I would say out of all of us, I'm the one that's probably played it the most, grinded it the most. Um, you know, that's probably easy to say. But
Isn't it funny
Yeah,
that he introduced you to the series, but you're a better player than him? It's kind of like
I
yeah,
don't
how
play
how
Call of
Stefan
Duty at all.
introduced me to Street Fighter and fighting games. I'm a better fighter than he is.
I,
Isn't
I
that
knew we were
ironic?
gonna
Don't
get
don't
into
start.
this.
Don't start.
I'm just
Don't
saying.
start. You
I'm
know
just
damn
saying, dude.
well.
I'm just saying.
So for
I'm not
people
gonna. I'm not
listening,
gonna.
for people
I'm not
for
even mad
people,
that
I'm
he
a great
offended me
fighter.
at the beginning of this. I was kind of cool. I was like, all right, so
here
you
let
fight
me tell
great,
the
but I'm a
people real
great
quick.
fighter.
Let me tell the people real quick. For the people listening, this will be happening every episode. These guys will
Yeah.
sit and argue about who's the better,
Oh,
I guess you could say,
I like how he's.
overall
I like how
fighter
he
Younger
at
said. I like
brother.
how
fighting
he says
video
these
games.
guys like he's not gonna be part of it. You know what I mean?
I'm only
I
part of
mean,
it with one character, and we're wrong, and
I mean,
Tekken
we're
will kick
brothers.
anyone's ass if I have the controller in my hand. Simple as that.
They
But
got
it,
to put Harong in that new Smash Brothers thing because I want
yeah,
to see him whoop
if
somebody's
Yeah.
ass.
See
they
exactly.
see that's what I want to get into next, because I know that's the game you guys are hyped for the most, and I know you guys can sit in here and talk about it for hours on end, even though we have a very strict time limit we have to go by.
Right.
So I kind of want to get into that now, so you guys can say your piece, go into it, because I know you guys are very passionate about Smash Brothers and fighting games. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you guys the floor, and I'm gonna let you guys, spit your things and hash it out, and let you guys go for it. So whichever one of you wants to take it first,
I
floor
mean,
is
Stefan, go
your
I think
ahead.
it's
guys's.
just it's I'm just hyped and excited over the fact that it's everybody's in it. Every fucking
Ice
body,
climbers.
everybody. Wolf. Yeah, I think Ridley's got I think she's a character in there now. Um, Even if she's a she or a he, I'm not too sure.
I think it's a
Ridley's a
dude.
character. Um, Bomberman has an assist appearance. Oh, the new you can knock out the assist people if they come to fight, and there'll be a point towards you. All kinds of different shit. It's cool. The Smash Bros is gonna be pretty great. It's making me a little more, not more, a little more, a lot more interested in getting a Switch now more than ever. On top of that, Breath of the Wild as well too, but that came out last year. Um, Smash was a good one that came out. I don't own an Xbox, but Cuphead DLC looked pretty good. Um, Last of Us, I've kind of been interested in getting that. Last of Us 2, they had a nice little presentation of that. I know they've been rumbling about Mortal Kombat 11. I don't know if they've unveiled it or if anything's been said about it though, but I know that's kind of been a rumor that they've been talking about.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm.
But with them releasing, you know, X and XL not too, long ago, what could they do that would be different? More characters, or are you talking about like maybe like a Mortal Kombat like tag type game?
Well, we can always expand on the story because at the end of Mortal Kombat X, you dust. Spoiler alert, guys, podcast listeners. Well, at the end of MKX, you dust Shinnok, and Raiden like cuts his head off or takes his head or whatever, and he goes to NetherRealm and he's like, "Yeah, dog, like, you know what I mean? I'm from the Earth realm, bro, and we try to be peaceful with y'all, but y'all be wilding out here, dog, and we try to be like kick it and be cool, but I ain't playing that no more. If y'all start tripping, we're gonna start like killing y'all people." Then he throws the head and leaves it in the throne room, and the
Here's
camera
the
like
deal.
swings. Yeah, and he's all like red because he got corrupted by Shinnok's poisoning the gens. It's a story, but basically like he becomes evil Raiden. He's just gonna just protect the Earthrealm by any means necessary now. And the camera swings around, and it's Kitana and Liu Kang sitting in the throne room. So I'm really interested to see how King Liu Kang, King Krang, I have to call him, gets down, and Queen Kitana. So I mean I got answers like I got questions to be answered. Like what happens now? Where do we go from here? Like the Tupac jam. His birthday was yesterday, by the way, on Saturday. Happy birthday, Tupac.
Happy birthday, Tupac,
Happy
yesterday.
birthday, Tupac. Rest in peace. Even though we all know you really
Right.
aren't dead. Um,
Huh.
Hmm.
all right. So like with, you said Mortal Kombat is one you guys well, let's talk about it. They didn't show anything from Midway,
Mm-mm.
Mortal
As far
Kombat
as we
wise
know, it doesn't
at
even exist yet.
E3. Yeah, it doesn't exist at all.
Mm-mm.
Another great game that I'm happy they are making, and they showed the trailer, was Last of Us Part 2.
Right.
That game looks amazing. It looks like a movie. Like the gameplay looks like a movie. Not the trailer. The actual gameplay itself looks like a movie, and that's amazing. Um, Another game like I'm kind of I know Vinny's happy for it, and they did say it is getting released, but Vinny's game he's happy for the most is Farming Simulator 19. That game
Yeah.
that game's getting released. Vinny,
Man,
Yeah.
I know you're super hyped
can you
for
own
that one.
people in that game?
I don't know if you can say that on the podcast, bro.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't think we.
I mean, I wanted to say
What?
it, but I mean, I'm black, so I think I can say that though.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I'm dark too.
Yeah, you're black too, man. I get it, but you know,
What's
I don't know
up?
if we could say that.
I'm asking, yes or no question. Just say no. No, you can't own people on video games.
Well, no.
It's illegal.
Well, have you played Code and Exiles?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so you
there's the
can have
thralls
slaves
in
on there.
there,
What's
you
up?
know. I'm just saying. Another game,
What's
okay,
wrong?
another game that looked great in my eyes.
So you had to get away from that
Yeah,
game quick.
we gotta get past that. We gotta get past that because Vinny's gonna start going down a rabbit hole, and we just gotta stay away from it.
What'd I do?
Man, shut up.
You didn't
It
put in
didn't
no
really
effort.
have a
Yeah.
gameplay to it.
Yeah.
I believe it was just a trailer, and it was Cyberpunk 2077 looked interesting. Not sure what it really is beyond like the trailer itself. Um, but another game, and I did not
Devil May
play
Cry
the
5
first
looked
one.
good.
Which one?
Devil May Cry 5 looked real good.
Oh, I'm not really a fan of that. But I was talking about like Beyond Good and Evil 2. I never played the first one,
Mm.
but this one, all the stuff I've seen on it, read about it, and the trailer, it caught my eye. That one looked great. Assassin's Creed Odyssey looked very, very good. A game that's called Anthem. I think Vinny was the one who told me about Anthem first.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
waiting for that game
yeah.
to come
That
out. That
that
game looks cool.
for the actual real game Vinny's hyped for, I believe it's Anthem, not Farming Simulator.
I
Um,
mean, Simulator 19,
yeah,
bruh.
and then
Yeah, well, how they
That's
gonna
like
wait through
Mr.
1 through
Wrestling number
18?
2.
that did they? Oh no, they make it every 2 years. That's why. That's why. Every 2 years they come out, except for unlike Call of Duty, it comes out every 2 months, every
Hmm.
year. Um, yeah, they make a game every 2 years. But for me, because I know you, for Alvin and Steph, uh, you guys are Smash Brothers for the game that has you
Brother.
excited the most. Um, and I think Vinny's hyped for Anthem as much as the 6 words he's said. Um, the one that I'm most hyped about is Skull and Bones. It's that new pirate-esque game where I guess you're not really in the how would they call it? Uh, what fucking islands are they called? Like the fucking uh, Pirates of the Caribbean shit. You're not there anymore. Like that
Hmm.
that ocean. We're not the fucking Pacific or Atlantic, but that area. You're
The,
not
the the Caribbean.
the Caribbean. Thank you. God damn it. I don't know why I was going brain dead right there.
Parts of the Caribbean, you know, the
My
Caribbean
bad.
Ocean.
I understand. I
Caribbean
see that
Sea, what
shit
it's called.
now.
No.
There's a
So
lot of
what?
things
And
on my
that
mind.
and that
But thank you.
Wata, you know what I mean?
But you sit here and you sit here and you let me fucking ramble on for a minute before you
I
actually
didn't know
help
what
me
you were
out.
getting at, and I was like, dog, because you're like, yeah, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific, not
I
that. I
said
was
the
like, dog,
place, the place, man.
I didn't put it together until you kept going. I was like, what's he talking about? Oh yeah, like the Caribbean Ocean my bad,
Shit.
Caribbean Sea.
Yeah. I don't know
You
why
know,
I went brain
where the
dead.
isles of the Caribbean are at, the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah, who knows? That might get
It's
edited
called
out. I
Caribbean
don't know.
Ocean.
I
I don't know
might
what it's
let it
called,
ride.
but
I might let it ride. Anyway, you're not there anymore. They've got rid of your ass. They got rid of all piracy there, and now you're in the Indian Ocean and on that side of the world. So, and it looks to be like there's three main characters. So, they didn't really show any gameplay, but I think for me that's the game I'm most hyped about. I think that release date's like February of like 2019 or something like that. So it's a ways away. But you know, any other games you guys are hyped for? You want me to read some
That
out?
Resident Evil 2 remake looks pretty good too. I mean, I didn't play any Resident Evil prior to 4 because I just couldn't handle the camera angles and just bootleg as hell to me. But I know people that are hardcore fans of the series, so it's like, no, that's the way you play it. Those are the original ones, like the OG legitimate ones. But Resident Evil 2 looks pretty good. I'm interested for that. I really talked about earlier. I talked about um, Smash Bros. My bad, I had a blank right there. Talk about Smash Brothers, and I'm interested to see how the characters come back because Steph brought up Wolf, and I was complaining. I remember being in the Solar City parking lot, pissed off because Wolf, or maybe it was the Solar City. I think it was First Light parking lot, pissed off talking to my brother because Wolf was gone. One of the parking lots, and it was a thing
Mm.
because Wolf was one of my guys. And I'm kind of upset they didn't put Zelda and Sheik back as one character because I like the combination of them two. They work well better together. I'm not gonna get into schematics of that, but I think they work better well as a combo player than two separate players. And I also like the fact that the Pokemon trainer is back, and I hope all three of them are in one combo pack as well because it's switch up. It's nice. It's a nice thing. I like that. So hoping for that. Um, Mega Man 11's coming out. I mean, it looks pretty, but I don't really like classic Mega Man games too much. I prefer X a lot more. So kind of where I'm at with that. I've
Huh.
always been a, I've always been a huge X fan though. So huge Mega Man X fan.
Anybody hyped about the Spyro remastered trilogy? Because I know Evelyn is. She's hyped up for that shit because she was big on the Crash Bandicoot one.
I'm more
No,
hyped
I'm not
Cra-
at
for
all.
yeah,
the
Crash and Spyro kind of happened a little bit after my time, because I'm not old for it.
Oh, okay. I love Spyro, so I'll probably be getting in on that. Um, I honestly that was probably not one of the first games I ever played, but one of the best I played as a kid. And with that being said, we're gonna have a segment in our podcast called the list. It has another backstory to it, but for the list segment, uh, we're gonna be having
doesn't
like our
work.
top five video games as a kid is what we're gonna do today. But it could be our top five favorite basketball players of all time or best of all time in our opinion. Top five action movies, comedy movies, just stuff of that sort. But today, today's topic for the list is what are the top five video games you guys liked or played growing up as a kid, or even to when you were a young adult. Everything before PS2. Like, what were your favorite games? And Steph, why don't you go ahead and start us off on that one?
In no particular order, I would have to say Super Mario 3, um, Mega Man X 3, Street Fighter Alpha 3. I know they're all in threes,
All
but
threes,
I don't know.
damn. No
I
wonder
know
we
those
picked a
those
Yeah,
those are
three pump
favorite.
podcast.
I know, right?
right.
I mean,
Shit, it's
no,
only
no, no pun intended.
the writing's on the wall.
Um, I know. For any shit, I'm drawing a blank here. Mario 64 and Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask are probably like my top five favorites
Wow,
to
Majora's
play.
Mask over Ocarina.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yes, Majora's Mask over Ocarina. I
That
do
is
not
going to be an
care.
unpopular opinion in the
I don't care.
comments.
Nah, you be surprised. There's a cult following. All you guys who love Majora's Mask, help me out in the comment section, please. Back me up. Majora's Mask is a
That
great fucking
game
game.
is brutal as hell, dude.
I love
Like
it though. It's
brutal
a
as
fun
God,
in
that's
game.
a
sucks,
brutal
or
game.
like to you,
Dude,
brutal as in sucks, or brutal as in
it's
tough?
hard, dude. It's difficult to beat. It's a hard game.
Nah, but the thing is, once you get the hang of it, it becomes a fun ass game.
Okay.
It's fun. It's fun, but it's difficult fun. You know what I mean?
Nah, for me, it's just like it's like eating like hot peppers, like some hot chili or something that you just don't like, and it's just hot, and that's all it is. It's just burning you up, but you finish it. That's
It
what it
don't
is to me,
taste good.
dude.
It's just hot.
No, it's just painful, dude. That's what it is to me. That game, dude. I beat it whenever I was whatever age. I beat it the first time I played it, whatever. And then I was like, and it was tough still. It was tough, my first time. And I was like, you know what? I just probably, just my first time playing it, I had a tough time out. Came back to it, it was just as hard. I'm like, no, I'm cool, bro. I'm never playing it again. Haven't touched it since.
Damn.
I'm,
Like
I'm good.
honestly,
I am good.
I've already told you guys been the past before. I've only played 2 Zelda games in my life. The first one
Hmm.
was Link to the Past on Super Nintendo, which is on my list. And then that one on the DS I have about trains or something.
Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Tracks, thank you. See how much I played it. Um,
Right?
but it's always been a cool game or interesting one to me. But enough about like my stuff. Alvin, why don't you go ahead with yours because you already talking about Majora's Mask and everything. Go ahead and shoot your
Oh,
list.
all right. See, oh man, it'd be hard for me to do 5 games.
Yeah, if you don't
Um,
want to go like 5 individual games, just give us top 3. Give us whatever
I, c-
games you played.
I mean, like, okay, like I can think of it like I'm trying to think of like like games in series. You know what I mean? Like I would have, like my brother said earlier, Street Fighter Alpha 3 for sure have to be up there because that's what started my fighting career. That's like the first fighting I really played. And as all you guys know in here, I'm a heavy fighter, and so
Okay.
that no matter what gets the rub. You know what I mean? So that's one. Another fun game I like to go back and play is I got up to like Pokemon like Red, a first generation Pokemon game up there. Because as a kid, I played the hell out of Pokemon too. That's all I did. Um, I guess like no order, of course. I guess I would throw Super Smash Bros. Up there too. That's another one of those
Hmm.
games. Metal Gear Solid, the first one. And guess number 5 could be, man, probably another fighter. Give me like Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3 maybe.
Hmm.
See, I got like 4 or 5 fighting games up there. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I play a lot of I play a lot of fighters, guys. But if you ask me my list tomorrow, it'd be completely different. So it's kind of depending on how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking about the time, and so I've been watching a lot of Street Fighter stuff lately. I've been playing my Mortal Kombat X lately, so fighting game is kind of heavy on my mind. I just downloaded that Street Fighter 30th collection thing. And I'm playing that and old Street Fighter 4 again. So fighting is kind of heavy on the mind. So that's kind of what I like. All those came to my mind.
Okay. Vinny, what's yours, dog?
So for mine, it's gonna be a little different because I didn't play a lot of video games a little. But I'm gonna start with 2 series. The first one could be Call of Duty because I played that since like forever. Well, I got Nick on playing it too. The second
Yeah.
series is gonna be Grand Theft Auto. I played all those.
Mm.
I know San Andreas, all the first ones when they're Vice City, when they're all stupid and bootleg. Yeah, I played all of them.
So you play
And then like
Grand Theft Auto like 1, 2, and 3?
yeah, when it was all dumb and like you had the overhead view, whatever. When it was all
Mm-hmm.
dumb, yeah, I didn't play them that much, but I played them more as they got better, whatever. I remember
Mm-hmm.
playing all the early ones. And the third one, like the three, probably like Pokemon 2. I didn't play it quite as much as Alvin. I don't know all or Steph even. I didn't put a ice move on a dark type or whatever. I don't know what these fools are doing,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I didn't do all that. But I played them, and you know what I mean. I like the games. My last one, I don't know if it's only 4, but or we would probably put Madden as number 4. I played that with my brother. But the fifth one's gonna be kind of like a weird one. Gran Turismo. I played the hell of that when I was a little
Oh,
kid. I don't know
hell
why,
yeah.
but that game was for me because you can customize your cars. You can never do it on games before. And your homie talking shit. You can get your little memory card, go to the house. Hey, you think your car's fast, big dog? You know what I mean? Plug that shit in there. Let's race.
Yeah,
Let's
hey,
run them.
hey,
Let's
hey,
run them.
hey.
If you lose,
Real
you got to
quick,
delete your memory card. You know what I mean?
real quick, let me add a number 6 then, because that's a thing. Okay, so number
Yeah.
6 has to be
Um,
Death Trap
um,
Fight for New York on the strength,
Oh,
because
okay.
fools would do that too. They would wolf like that. Oh yeah, my guys, my guys. And they're all right, and you bring your memory card, then you give them the hands. That was a
hey,
thing too.
And since we're
that was my
speaking on
first
like people talking about stuff
online
real quick,
experience. You know what I mean? It's your
let me
first
let me
online
throw this out. Let me
experience.
throw this in there real quick
Right.
before we get back to this. since you're talking about people and their fighters or whatever, let's just go ahead and give Turzo a shout out for making the Los Beaners on Madden and
Yeah.
Yeah.
making that team so damn good and so damn OP to where I still don't know who beat them. I don't know if they've ever lost.
Shout out to
No,
Chino for being the only person to ever beat him, and that fool Tearso got upset and like turned the thing off or something.
he scored a,
Yeah, he got
scored a
mad like
touchdown.
about it happening,
No, he
like
didn't beat him.
turned the PlayStation off.
He
Or
he scored
him.
on him.
He scored
Yeah, he
on him.
scored
Oh,
on him.
He's like, no, that didn't happen, and he turned the PS2 off. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
oh man, I can just remember you guys talking about that, and he actually did ended up showing us that team or showing me that team when we were in high school.
I played him.
Uh,
That's Pancho Villa,
that
some
is
they
wild.
Pancho Villa.
Yeah, dude, man. Shout out to Turzo. And
He sat there and made every
and to
single
the
one of those
people
fools.
that might have a problem with me, saying Los Beaners, it's in context, and that is the name of the team. It is a Mexican dude who made that team. So if you have a problem with it, tough shit. That's what the name of the team is. Get over it. Um,
Los, Los Inaugurantes, you know what I mean?
right.
Right.
So
Help you all out.
so that was your top six. Mine's pretty quick. I already got it out. It's Pokemon Blue. That was the first Pokemon game I ever got. My grandma got it for me for my birthday. Played the hell out of it. Um, One of my other favorite games would be Spyro, basically the whole series. Um,
Nobody in
Go
our
ahead.
generational gap, I don't care. Nobody in our generation is not gonna put Pokemon up there. I'm sorry.
If they
Yeah.
do, they just
You know what I mean?
they didn't have a
Yeah.
childhood to play it. I'm sorry, you had a bad childhood. Tough, you know. If you didn't play Pokemon or experience it somehow, and I know Steph, maybe you were a little bit older when it came around, but I know you experienced it.
But he played the hell out of it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So
You know what I mean? Yeah.
if you didn't experience it and you had the option to, and you didn't, there's something wrong with you. But to continue my list, the whole Spyro series, I liked it all up until I guess it went on to PS2. I didn't play it then. Um, my other one on my list would be Link to the Past. Played the hell out of that on Super Nintendo. I believe that's what it was. Yeah. And then this is an odd game because it's so specific, and there's so many other good baseball games. But as a kid on PS1, I played the hell out of Sammy Sosa's High Heat Baseball. The hell out of it.
Hey, real quick though, shout out to King Griffey Slugfest. That's the name of the
Yeah,
game.
see,
Right.
My bad.
I was gonna put
I
that
put-
on my list, but I went with the Sammy Sosa one just because I played it more. I didn't have an
Yeah,
N64 until my cousin gave me his when he was done with
I'm
it.
mad
So.
at you. I am mad at you.
And then my last
But-
two are a tie because we used to play the hell out of it together. And one of them, well, they were the first games I ever owned that were, mine. My dad bought me PS1 and it came with Madden 98, and the other one was Test Drive 5. Played the shit out of both of them. My dad used to kick my ass
Steph,
at
didn't we have
Test
that on
Drive
a
5
demo
all
or
the
something?
time. A demo of what?
I think we got a Test Drive 5 on the demo back in the day. Me and Steph did.
Gran Turismo is cool and all, but a Test Drive was our shit. Like that's when we used to like Friday night fights.
Yeah,
Me versus
Jeff
him.
Always got play, same as you. It came with the system, so me and brothers played the shit out of it. It was just there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play the shit out of it.
Yeah.
What am I do?
And I almost put Mike Tyson's Punch Out on there, but I didn't because that was the first video game to cause me to ever get grounded. That's the first video game I ever raged at. Got caught flipping the bird at the TV at like 10 years old or 8 years old.
It's understandable because that game is
Yeah,
unfair, bruh. So that's
so-
totally understandable.
Yeah, so I was gonna put that on there, but didn't. Just left it at that. With that, we gotta get going into our closing out the show. Our third section today is gonna be our 3 pump chumps of the week. I'll start it off myself because I'm very passionate on this. It'll be quick. My 3 pump chump of the week is Dana White. For him saying in 2014 that you cannot get over domestic violence and continue on your professional athletic career, and to be so strong about it, and to basically back it and say he pretty much wouldn't hire anybody that had a domestic violence past. And then you go and hire Greg Hardy after all the shit he did. Yeah, he wasn't, in quotes, convicted of it, but when you scare the hell out of the witness and just do what he did, you're a piece of shit. It's plain and simple. So Dana White, fuck you. You can kiss my ass. Steph, go ahead. Shoot your three pump chump of the week.
Let me get mine off before I
Okay, go
forget.
ahead. You got it. You got it.
Okay, so my chump of the week is Lionel Messi. I know
Oh.
soccer isn't
Oh,
my
okay.
forte at all, but I am following the World Cup because it is a World Cup. And I know Lionel Messi is one of the greatest players in the world. You can argue the fact that he is on one of the he plays for Argentina, and they played Iceland today in their first ever. This is Iceland's first ever World Cup appearance ever. And he misses a penalty kick to tie Argentina 1-1 to a 1-1 draw. Or I'm sorry, he tied Iceland to a 1-1 draw, and he's supposed to be one of the greatest players, and he misses a penalty kick. So to me, he's the chump of the week because it's like, how are you missing a free throw when you're one of the greatest? You know what I mean? How was Kobe missing a free throw when the game's on the line? You know what I'm saying? That don't happen.
Gotcha.
So that's my guy.
All right, Steph, what's yours, man? Steph? Oh, we got technical difficulties, people.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Steph. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's count 'em out.
Uh-oh. Hit the count, people.
They done
One.
showed him off the top row.
Huh.
2, 3. Ring the bell, Earl.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Steph, not on the first one.
At least it ain't foghorned. Vinny, I
All
guess you
right.
could tell us
All right,
yours.
Vinny. Yeah, hopefully he just went
I'll
away
go-
from the mic and he's on his way back. But Vinny, go ahead and give us
I'll
your
go
three
with
pump chump of the week.
mine. We're watching the game today. I'm gonna have to go with Madison Bumgarner because everybody forgets that fool got hurt riding a dirt bike or whatever.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
man has not been the same since. And he was up there today. Again, my team's the Dodgers, so I was kind of happy because he went over with the bat and he could have moved over up with the butt. It's like, nah, I'm gonna swing because nah, bro, you've been hurt for 6 years and you can't swing the bat. Lay the bunt down. And they got lost. They lost. He got smoked up. He gave up like 18 home runs today. It was horrible. You're a bum. You shouldn't have been playing dirt bike. And when we came back, y'all need to remember he was all smug about it. Oh, it's a little injury. I'll be all right. I'll be back next year. We'll be fine. Nah, he hasn't been right ever since. You know what I mean? He's like smoking when he
get
smoked
right.
that weed with that dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you've been
He ain't
done.
been right ever since. Yeah, he's been done ever since. It's horrible.
All right, those are both good three pump chumps of the week. It's just a shame we didn't have the fourth one to have in there,
Imperial
but
one.
the Imperial one. But
He could.
with that being said, I know we talked about doing current events and all that, but with the time constraints and everything, we decided to move our three pump chump of the week as our third segment. In further episodes, it might be different. It might not. We might keep it this way because, this is our first episode. We're just now learning what we're doing. So bear with us, and hopefully you guys will stick around for the long run. But before we leave, I want to give everyone a chance to plug their social medias and shit if you guys want to do it. Go ahead and shoot yours, Alvin, if you would like.
All right. Well, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Alvin_1600, exactly like it sounds. And my Twitter handle is the_16_double, like the word double, _0, the 1600.
There
One
we
more
go.
time.
We're gonna have to
The
change that
_double 16. I botched it because you were talking.
shit. Well, they can rewind it, dog. It's all good.
Yeah. Edit that out.
Yeah, we'll get
You know I'm
nah.
calling you anyways. Shut up.
Yeah, Vinny, what's yours, man? Shoot your
you're right.
shit.
So get the hose.
Look, me too. But look, my Twitter is at BozoTheClown67, all one word. You know what I mean?
We need to change that too, but that's a good one.
Nah,
That's a
Nah.
good one. I know.
If
I'm
you
just
can't
playing.
find
I'm
it-
just
if you can't
playing.
What's
find
wrong with mine?
Man,
Look,
yours is
if
hard
you
to
can't
say,
find
but
it-
whatever.
Hey, shut up. I'm trying to get some likes. And if you can't find it with that one, just search Ninja Turtleback, and you know what I mean? You'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
alright.
Oh man. All right. Alvin, you want to plug Steph's Because I don't know it by heart. Is it
Um, I think his Twitter is at Imp Bleeze. I can check right now.
if
Yeah,
it
or
well
at Imp Bleezy.
at Imp Bleezy, okay. If not, I'll be posting it in the description and all that type of stuff, just in case we mess something up. But mine, you can follow me on Twitter at Nick the Mook. Uh, just like it sounds. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Nick the Mook, and then you can follow or subscribe to me on YouTube, which this podcast will be uploaded to as well at Nick the Mook. So everything's the same. Um, that being said, thank you for listening to our first episode of the Three Pump Podcast. We're learning as we go, so bear with us. And with that being said, we'll talk to you guys next time. All right, peace.